Hello and welcome to this next video in Kotak Stock Shala. This video is a continuation of what we are doing in the core portfolio screening process. So last video, what we discussed was what were the building blocks. We discussed about how to build a checklist on your business analysis screening. We also learned about how it is so important to have right criteria when you are screening. So I gave you a demo of what all criteria I use. Of course, you can modify it based on your suitability. You can remove, add anything which you want. But this is how you need to structured way think about any of the screening process. Now, in this video, what we are going to learn is further how to deep dive into any company. Let's come to the screen and let's try to understand step by step how to use this. Okay, so in the tool section, you would have found this Excel. This is just an example of Eicher Motors, right? And all the process of how to use this Excel is already given in this instruction tab. So you can go through the instruction tab and you can get about it. But if you see the entire Excel, it is very powerful. It gives me growth trend of sales. Like it is telling me that this particular company, which is again an example, it is not a recommendation, just for your purpose of understanding. Sales growth of 9 years is 13%, then 5 years is 16% and 22%. Same way it has been able to identify EBITDA. Yeah, so it is able to find EBITDA growth, and it has given all the key numbers, profit before tax and profit after tax. So it suggests that last 3 years this company is like growing at 41%. Earlier 5 years it was growing at 21%, and now it is growing at 15%. So this suggests that company is accelerating in terms of its earnings growth. And if you see the overview, you will get a lot of idea around their valuation, what is the market cap, current price, and all those things. So this will give you an informed way to take a decision further as well. Now, this is very important section where all the key ratios you have been given over here, and there is a color coding also over there, which by default automatically will come for you. So if the number is actually on an increasing trend, you will see that the green is constantly there. And if that number drops, let's say from here 26.2% to 25.0%, it will actually show red. So that also will give you an idea whether your company is growing or not in that particular screening parameter. Apart from that, it gives you the breakdown of what are the different costs involved and how much is the hit on the overall margin, and it will calculate the operating margin also. Apart from that, in this sheet, we have also captured the quarterly data. So yearly data is of course great to start with, but if you are taking a position right now, if you are considering buying the stock right now, you also need to understand quarter on quarter what is the company doing and how is it performing. So if you see here, there are different ratios which are on quarterly basis, which will give you an idea whether my operating margin profile is steady, whether my net profit margin is steady, and what is the kind of interest coverage ratio. Now this is a debt-free company, so the interest coverage ratio and all that is great. And apart from that, we have a balance sheet ratios where you can see that it analyzes multiple ratios around it. Now, again, I'll not be able to dissect too deep into ratio analysis because that is out of the syllabus right now. But you can, of course, go through a lot of content which I have on public sources on my website and everywhere, and you can get more idea around it. So here the key parameters to watch is how is the evolution of return on average equity and return on average capital employed. How is the inventory turnover going on? So whether the inventory turnover is better, efficient or not, and what is the net fixed turnover. So all these ratios will give you an idea how efficiently the company is behaving, and it will also give you the bifurcation of balance sheet, how it is overall structured. The most important ratio and parameter here is cash flow, where you will be able to find a ratio called as CFO to PAT, which means out of the entire profit getting generated, is at least 80% of it getting translated into operating cash flow. Many times, companies are doing fraud or the accounting are not in proper way. and they might be hiding some receivables and some of the things which might be hindering the company to grow. So if you want to check whether there is a proper cash flow in the company, this is a very powerful parameter. And we have also put this in our screen also. So by default, if you put these kind of parameters in your screening process, automatically the companies which will come into your final output, which will be very, very relevant and very strong in the journey. And apart from that, how much is the company reinvesting for the growth is also very important. So this ratio will tell you that out of 100 rupees which this company is earning, how much it is putting back into the business so that the business grows further. So this tab is very powerful. And ultimately, you have the entire summary in the form of DuPont analysis and the ratio analysis. So you will be able to see all the ratios in one sheet, overall how it is performing. And of course, there are some graphs which you can even use it, and you can add few more graphs. So this is in essence broadly what you can see in any company after screening it, and you can get an idea of whether this company is on the improvement trajectory or it is not performing so well. So screening is the first process, but there is of course more detailed deep dive which you need to do for screening so that you pick right companies for your portfolio. So hope this video was useful and you got some powerful insights from that. Please do practice what I taught you using the Excel multiple times into your own investing journey with multiple companies so that you get a powerful idea on how to actually do business analysis on your own. And of course, if you need more help, you can get in touch with your financial advisors to understand whether you are doing it in the right direction or not. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we'll dissect about how we do these things in satellite stocks for a short term and how we pick up ideas using price action. So thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.